Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Sports Tea. I'm really excited to talk about men's Team USA gold medal win against France, in particular the MVP selection for the men's squad. It was such an incredible game, but before we get into that, please do me a favor and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments about who you thought the real MVP was of the Olympic Games. So let's get right to it. I have a soundbite from Doug Gottlieb where he discusses his thoughts on LeBron James winning Olympic MVP. Let's hear it.
Listen, there's going to be, I'll make a direct correlation. Friday, I guest hosted Cowherd Show, and we threw Jason McIntyre on. And Jason McIntyre tried to tell me that Jason Tatum is coming off a great NBA Finals run because I can't do a McIntyre imitation. I think, Sam, you can. But the premise of it was, well, he led them in points and assists and rebounds, so he must have had a good NBA Finals, right? And it is actually, this is the easiest parallel to make, okay? That, yeah, I guess if you think he had a good finals, then you think he should have been the MVP. It's the same thing for LeBron James being the MVP of the Olympic team, Olympic Games, because he led them in points, assists, and rebounds. But here's the thing. Jason Tatum shot the ball very poorly and didn't play particularly well in most of the finals games. The one finals game where he was actually a minus 33. They were 33 points worse than the Mavericks when he was in, despite the fact that statistically he had his best game. And my point to that would be that I thought LeBron James was really good throughout the tournament. I thought he was solid. Right? But in my lifetime, and I am 48 years old, I have never seen any player in the sport of basketball with a championship on the line hit four consecutive threes to win a championship. And that's what happened. And this is after he hit 9 threes in the semifinals. So the go-to guy was Kevin Durant and Steph Curry. And yet LeBron James, because of the statistics, and let's be honest, the name of LeBron James, he wins the MVP. Do I think that it's like we should march in the streets and protest? No, but it's a lot of eye rolling. Right? We're rolling our eyes. But I can't think of a more fun experience over the past 3 days than watching Team USA come from 17 down to beat Serbia and then holding off France yesterday to win a gold medal. That was awesome. Actually, sorry. Last 4 days, because they didn't win it yesterday. They won it the day before. My bad. Now, there was a little bit of Twitter controversy, and
Okay, we'll skip the Twitter controversy, but what I hear from Doug is that basketball is about moments and creating game-changing moments. Steph set the pace against Serbia with 17 points in the first quarter. 17 first quarter points. I mean, what better way to set the tone and get the team pumped to win? Steph set an Olympic record of 9 shots behind the arc. So not only did he hit big shots that propelled the team to win, because without those shots, Team USA would not have beaten Serbia. I want to say that I also believe LeBron played well. Despite having 20 plus turnovers throughout the Olympic Games, I think he put his point guard skill set on display. Whether I like the style of play or not, he was pivotal in just willing the team to win and being a captain and steering the ship. I could be wrong about this, but I don't believe Team USA covered the spread in any Olympic game this year. And I think it's because of the brand of basketball that LeBron plays and that Kerr allowed the team to play. And, LeBron, the style of offense that he plays, it's very much so dependent upon him absorbing at least 3 to 4 positions in game at once, which is really not conducive on a team with so much firepower and talent. LeBron is best at the point forward role when he has a squad of role players. That's where hero ball, bum rushing the lane, dribble, drive and kick to an available shooter, that's where it's going to work best when you've got a bunch of role players with you. In the Olympics, superstars look very pedestrian because they didn't morph into a role player for LeBron. And they were not allowed to play their position because, for example, a big man like Embiid, AD, or Bam Adebayo, they have to spread the floor and ensure that LeBron has the room to drive into the lane. Nonetheless, Steph Curry hit shot after shot after shot. And even Kevin Durant praised his performance after the game. I'm going to play a very short clip of his thoughts for you guys right now.
Knocked down his first shot, but to get us going in that first quarter, man, I think he had 17 in that first quarter, 17 of our first 20 points. Guys were looking for him. His energy was high. He was turning around, shooting the ball, turning around. It was just a regular Steph game, and I think he was searching for that type of game the whole Olympics, and to have it right here, especially when we needed it, it was special to see. It was God talking through him tonight.
Wow, God was talking through him tonight. I mean, that's a direct quote from Kevin Durant. Godlike performance is what KD is saying that Steph had. God was with him in this game. It was truly special to see because whether you believe Steph Curry is the greatest shooter that ever lived or not, we've never seen 9 3-point shots made in an Olympic game ever. He was 1 point shy of beating Carmelo Anthony's highest scoring game. But let me be clear, the performance doesn't compare because he scored 37 points in 14 minutes, Carmelo Anthony. Steph played 33 minutes against Serbia. They are not the same. So now, let's fast forward to the gold medal game against France. Steph Curry hit 8 3-point shots against against France, and 4 of them came in the fourth quarter. He did have 5 turnovers, which most of them came in the first half, but yet again, he was unbelievable in the fourth quarter, literally putting France to sleep with his iconic night-night pose. I think everyone loves seeing Steph do that. I mean, it really demoralizes opponents and it totally ignites arenas full of fans. So, Rob Parker is of the belief that Steph Curry is not clutch and that, there's a difference between making clutch shots and big shots. So, let's hear what he has to say. It's really interesting and a little bit annoying, but let's hear it.
Yes. Ho, 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 ho. But anyway, the overwhelming text that came through on my phone was, I told you Steph was clutch. Tell me that's not clutch. Steph is clutch because I'm the one honest voice in America who says he can't be the greatest shooter of all time because he doesn't make clutch shots. He's 0 for 14 when he has a chance to tie or put his team ahead in the final 20 or 20 seconds of a game, postseason. He's never made one of those shots. If you're going to be the greatest shooter of all time, you got to make those shots. And I'm here to tell you on this Magic City Monday that Steph Curry, while making big shots, Martin Weiss, did not make any clutch shots in helping the United States win gold. All right, the score during Steph's last 4 3-pointers, the United States was up by 3. They were up by 6. They were up by 6, and they were up by 6. So that means 3 of those shots, of those last 4 threes he made, it was already a 2-possession game. That's what makes something clutch. It's when you hit a home run in the bottom of the 9th, Martin, and your team is down a run and you win the game. Or you tie the game in the bottom of the 9th and send it to extra innings. That's what clutch is. Did he make big shots? Yes. But your definition of people who think he made clutch shots, you can't be more wrong. It's not clutch. Big shots, a barrage, whatever you want to call it, it ain't clutch if it's a 2-possession game. It's that simple.
All right, Merriam-Webster, since you want to talk about the definition of clutch.
Okay. I love how his co-host thanked him for being a dictionary. And I know that he was being facetious, but I actually do appreciate defining what clutch actually is. And I understand what Rob Parker is saying. I do think that a lot of players today in today's league are completely overhyped and overrated. And I think that we make things up for certain players, whether it be an award or they never did this and there's this stat, this never happened before. So, I hear all of that. That's what I hear in the unveiled message of what he's saying. My response to that is that's irrelevant as to whether Steph is clutch or not. He hit 9 threes against Serbia and 8 threes against France. For me, this is the biggest outing he's ever had when a game is on the line. And it's important. It's important to note. I don't think Steph is all that clutch either. I'm just going to be really honest with you. But he's still a great shooter and he can be explosive from three at any time. I think Steph is an American sports hero. He got us the gold medal. If it weren't for him, we wouldn't have won. We wouldn't have made it out of the semifinals. We would have been with a bronze medal. Okay, let's be for real. So he's definitely an American sports hero. He saved Team USA from losing the gold medal and settling for a silver or bronze medal. It's gold or bust for Team USA. And Steph showed up and he showed out. Sometimes you got to pop out and show something. And that he did. With all that being said, I don't think that there's anything wrong with LeBron getting the MVP of the Olympics because he played well throughout. He was not the standout in any game, in my opinion. In my opinion, in Game 1 against Serbia, it was KD. Game 2 against South Sudan, it was Bam. It was Bam Adebayo, unsuspectedly, but it was Bam. Third game, it was Ant-Man against Puerto Rico. Fourth game, it was Devin Booker and Ant-Man. They were the high scorers. They were the standouts. 5 and 6, the semifinal and the final round, those were Steph Curry games. When I think about the NBA Finals and how the Finals MVP is chosen, sometimes it's not always the guy who played solid for the whole season or, was the guy in the finals per se or the number one option. Sometimes it's not the number one option that's actually, voted for Finals MVP. It's the guy who made a difference and the biggest impact on winning. That was Steph Curry clearly. 17 three-point shots across the last do or die games. Just incredible. All in all, the men won the gold medal and proved that the world is not catching up. Team USA still has the very best basketball players in the entire world, period. Now, I just want to thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. I really appreciate everyone tuning in. Before I go, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and tell me what you think in the comments section about who the Olympic MVP really was. Did they get it right or did they get it wrong? Have a good night, everyone.